All right, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Mr. Rotimi. How
Fine, oh, good morning. How was the weekend?
fine, thank you. God bless you.
Good morning, Mr. John. I want to welcome everybody on board this morning. It's a new week. We have to manage time because my battery is a bit low, but then we still have enough time to run through all the uh, analysis I have for the week. But then I'll try to be a little bit fast so that, I can finish up before my battery goes off. So let's get started. So this week we are having a lot of fundamental events which will really trigger, a lot of volatility in the market. And the major events fundamentally for the week. Today we really don't have much. We have new home sales today by 4 p.m. That will be later today. So if the actual comes out greater than forecast, we might look at buying the dollar. And if it comes out less than forecast, we might look at selling the dollar. It's a medium impact event, that will have on the dollar on new home sales today. That's the only fundamental activity today, and it's later in the day by 4 p.m. But from tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of activity because from 2:30 p.m. tomorrow, we have durable goods, core durable goods. From 2:30 to 3 to 4 p.m., the major event tomorrow is on the dollar. So let's watch out for a lot of activity on the dollar tomorrow, Tuesday. Okay, please, let's try to follow the advice. Somebody's saying, I'm angry with myself. Despite your advice on Fridays, I still went for a sell on gold and got wheat. Oh, don't worry. Let me tell you the truth. This is a gradual process. You just try to align with the advice we give. Over time, you improve. Don't get yourself worked up on that. It happens. All right, so let me continue. So we have on Wednesday we have CPI by 1:30 a.m. and Reserve Bank of New Zealand will be giving official cash rate, that's interest rate by 2 a.m. And later on in the day, we have the news from the dollar from the United States again, down like that. And Thursday, retail sales from Australia is coming up. That's a major one for that day, followed by the unemployment claims from the United States and other dollar events. And finally, on Friday, we have the major news for that Friday is going to be the ISM manufacturing and revised UM consumer sentiment from the United States. I don't want to spend more time on the fundamentals. Let's just go straight to the technicals because my battery is quite running low. Now, on the technical, we have quite a lot of setup, and we have a lot of intraday setup for this week. So I want us to just pay a lot of attention. I'm also recording simultaneously on sorry, I'm streaming simultaneously on YouTube. So even if my battery goes off, you can switch over to YouTube if you missed any part of it and watch. So that's part of the benefit of having it streamed on YouTube. So you can have a backup to watch whatever we have done. Now, on the dollar index, I'm bullish on the dollar index for this week. This dollar index on the 1 hour time frame. If I go to the daily, on the daily, you can see that last week Thursday thereabouts, the market closed with a very sharp pin bar on the support level, and that's on the daily. If we zoom it down to the 1 hour, that is giving us the formation of an inverse head and shoulder pattern on the 1 hour time frame, which should lead to a bullish breakout this week. So let's watch out for the bulls on the dollar this week. And we have a dollar event later today by 4 p.m. So if that news favors the dollar, that may just trigger the upward movement of the dollar. Now you can see that the dollar has actually broken out of the trend line, of the inverse head and shoulder. You know, if the news favors the dollar could just start going up from there. Though I want us to take note that there is a neckline somewhere around here. And once price breaks the neckline, that means we have a free flow of the dollar. just somewhere around here, we have the neckline. So once price breaks above that neckline, then we should expect, a very bullish movement on the dollar. So I'm bullish on the dollar index this week, and that will impact upon, the majority of the major currency pairs where the dollar is the, base currency. And that takes me to USDCHF because it's one of the major pairs where the dollar is the base currency. The same thing that happens that we can see happening on the dollar index is also happening on USD You can see we have a very sharp, pin bar rejection candle on the daily time frame from last Thursday and on a support level. And if you zoom to 1 hour, it's equally forming, an inverse head and shoulder pattern. Yeah, it's not as sharp as what we have on the dollar index, but still the same inverse head and shoulder, whichever we want to look at it. Again, also for this one, if price is able to break the neckline, we'll see a free flow of price going in the bullish direction. So I'm bullish on the dollar index. I'm bullish on USDCHF. And that also takes us straight to EURUSD. Now, if I'm bullish on the dollar, then I'm likely bearish on EURUSD because EURUSD is just, inversely correlated to the dollar, to the USDCHF rather. So I'm trying to get my EURUSD out now. Fine, this is it. So for my EURUSD, if I go to the daily time frame, it's still the same very sharp candle that we have on the other pairs. It's still the same thing we have on EURUSD. And even what makes this one more peculiar is that we have that rejection candle around a major resistance level on the daily time frame. So technically, we're looking for a bearish, breakout on EURUSD. So if I flip down to 1 hour, it's still the same. Just like we have the inverse head and shoulder on the dollar index and USD here, we have the head and shoulder. So price is expected to break out, downwards. And these ones are the pairs we need to look at from today because these are intraday setup. All right, so I'm bearish on the EURUSD and I'm also bearish on gold. I'm also bearish on gold. Gold, my view on gold is this. On the daily time frame, we have a channel and price is touching it the third time, which should lead to a bearish movement. Mind you, EURUSD is bearish, so or dollar is bullish. So if dollar is bullish, gold should be bearish. So that supports what I'm seeing here, and I'm perceiving what we could have here might lead to a double top and a breakout. So let's just watch out for this kind of pattern on gold in the course of today. Price may go to test the trend line of that channel, and from there may break out. So we may end up having a double top here and a breakout downwards on gold. So I'm bearish on gold. All right, I have about 6 more to go. Next, I'll look at is EURJPY and GBPCHF. Now, EURJPY, if I just falling in place, just like I analyzed it last night, I'm expecting a breakout downwards. On the daily time frame, we actually have a resistance, right here. We have a resistance on the daily time frame. And don't forget the candle for last week, Friday, no, last week, Thursday, was a rejection candle. This big candle was a rejection candle, and that technically should lead to a bearish movement. So if you go to 1 hour time frame, this is what we have on 1 hour. We have a rising wedge, and price is expected to break out downwards. I already marked the support zone. So if price is able to break below this support zone, and currently is trying to form what is looking like a head and shoulder. Even if it's not a head and shoulder, it's not mandatory. Once it breaks below that support, minor support zone, we should see a massive bearish breakout on EURJPY. So I'm bearish on EURJPY. I'm equally bearish on GBPCHF, but this one, the structure seems to have been broken. Let me see. Okay, let's still see because that's on the 15 minutes time frame. Now, this one, maybe the structure is changing from what I expected on 15 minutes, but the swing traders can take note of this. For GBPCHF, so we'll go from intraday to swing for GBPCHF. On the daily time frame, we have price hit a resistance level right here, and this could technically form a double top and a bearish breakout. Now, that depends on how you want to trade it if you are a swing trader, because if you zoom down to 4 hour, this is what I'm seeing, a double top and a bearish breakout. Now, this is the neckline. So anytime price breaks out below that neckline, you can trigger a sell. It's not clear on 1 hour, so that's I'm not talking about 1 hour. So if price breaks out below the neckline, you can trigger a sell on GBPCHF. And that's on the swing. Now I'm running out of time currently because my battery is really dipping low. Now I have AUDUSD to share next. I don't know, I may not be able to touch everything. AUDUSD is bearish, just like the EURUSD. On the daily time frame, we have this range on a resistance level. So technically, we are looking for a bearish breakout on AUDUSD. So we're looking for a bearish movement on AUDUSD. So this is the 1 hour side to it. Price is already breaking out below. So if you have a clear breakout, we can trigger a sell on AUDUSD. All right, so next one I'll look at now is GBPUSD, and I think I might be rounding up GBPUSD and CAD JPY. GBPUSD is a rising wedge on 1 hour, so we have a double top up there, and I'm waiting for price to break out downwards. So I'm bearish on GBPUSD, and for CAD JPY, this is a swing. It's a swing on CAD JPY. I'm expecting price to break out. We have a rising wedge, and I'm expecting the price to break out below this wedge to sell, on the 4 hour time frame. So price is currently below, RSI is currently below 50. Just wait for a clearer breakout of price below the current trend line, and you can trigger a sell on CAD JPY. And finally, I'll be looking at DJ30. My battery is low. DJ30, I'm going to log out after now. So I'm sorry I'm able to answer any question. For DJ30, I'm seeing a head and shoulder pattern being formed for DJ30. Let's take note of that. And I expect price to break out. I'm sorry I have to go now. I don't want this to shut down. It's going to affect my system. Please trade safe and have a great day. You can watch it again on my YouTube channel. And if you have any question, you can drop it for me on WhatsApp.